So I'm Dan Rogan, chef patron of Restaurants AO, fine dining establishment, championing Hampshire produce, very seasonal mushrooms from the wooded areas of the New Forest, the garlic on the Isle of Wight, which is some of the best in the world. The word AO come from my two kids' initials, so obviously for me it's like my baby. Born and raised in Southampton, so I got into being a chef because my dad, Tom Rogan, I stood at the back door of his flagship Long Clume when at the age of 14, saw the buzz of the kitchen, and I knew that was what I was always going to be. So I think in terms of me as a career, because of my dad being who he is, I've always wanted to do things myself. So I went off and worked for other chefs, Marcus Waring, Gordon Ramsay, and I kind of took my own path because I was always known as Simon Rogan's son, so I wanted to make my own name. Room to Reward is a great charity because of its rewarding of volunteers and what they do for people. And there's not a lot of that in this world. So people selflessly, helping people, I think it's important to kind of reward them for that and show them that they're doing a great thing. So tonight I'll be doing the main course for you. We are reinventing the main course of the Titanic in the first class deck, which was actually my 8-year-old daughter's idea. Being from Southampton, obviously Titanic's quite a famous story, if you like, for the city. And I know she loves Titanic, so I kind of said to her, what should I do? What could I bring into my dish that's from the Titanic? And she, straight off the mark said, why didn't you do the main course that was on the first class deck? So I looked into it, saw the flavours that are on it and thought, yeah, I can work with that. So on this dish, which on the Titanic was, main ingredients were beef, foie gras and Madeira with truffle. So I'll be kind of reinventing that. So what we have is a fillet of beef, which has been cured in a milk powdered product for 24 hours and water bathed. We then have foie gras, a black garlic puree, and a mushroom and truffle puree. A Madeira and beef sauce. And on the side we have a potato dumpling with an Old Winchester cheddar cremous filled with a beef cheek and a chive emulsion on top of that.
So now for the main course, we've got this one here, which is called the Plumberry from Bacello. This isn't from Hampshire, it's actually from Italy, made from the Barbera grape. But what is so brilliant about this wine with the dish that you've got, because you've got the beef in there, you've got Madeira, you've got mushroom, you've got foie gras, there's a lot going on. So you need a red with what I would call snap, so some freshness. So the Barbera grape gives you buckets of berry fruit. I mean, obviously it's called the plumberry, that's a good sign. But also it does have, the grape has this brilliant natural acidity, natural freshness. So that is gonna really work with all of those flavors you've got on the plate. If you had a red that was too heavy, there would just be a big fight going on. But this is almost like, I call it perfect background music, so that you can taste everything that's on the plate.